welcome to Blackfeather Guild. Before we go in and say hi to the cast and get started with the show, I wanted to talk very briefly about viewer actions and a little bit about sponsors. So first off, there's a number of ways that you can actually actively participate in the show through viewer actions. One of the easiest ways to do so is through retweeting the game tweet. You should see that somewhere in chat if it's not in there already. But you just click on that link and hit retweet, and for every 5 retweets that we get on that, it will add a bonus to the cast pool and the game master pool. Now, in most cases, that's going to be an extra d6 that they can add on to any roll. Basically, a great way to use that is if a player is almost meeting a DC, but they're just not quite there, they can grab one of those d6s from the cast pool, roll that, and then add that to their roll. Basically, is how that works. Same with the GM. So that's one of the easiest ways that you can participate that way. Another way is through guild coins. That's our Twitch channel points. If you look at the rainbow colored icon, it should have the Blackfeather Guild crest on it. It should be right below your Twitch chat box. If you click on that, it'll show you all the different things that you can get with those. The biggest one being plot points. Now, plot points, you can see an example right over here. They all work pretty much the same way. It's just a matter of how big of an impact they have. So for the example, and we've got 2 plot points, the player of your choice gets something moderately helpful or unhelpful. Enter any suggestions for the GM into chat, or you can have the GM come up with something entirely on their own. So just choose if you want it to be helpful or unhelpful to the party, and that's kind of how you can use them. You can throw in your own suggestions as well. How those work: 1 plot point is something trivially helpful or unhelpful. 2 is moderately, 3 is very, and 4 is very to the entire party. So if you want to do something to help the entire party or really throw a monkey wrench in their plans, 4 plot points will do that. So that's guild coins. And then finally, we've got donations. So if you want to help out with keeping the lights on in the place, so to speak, there's a number of ways that you can financially contribute. One of those being coffee.com/Raven or Raven.rocks. You can see both of those examples down there at the bottom. Those are the addresses to do direct donations. You can also do Twitch subscriptions or bits. Those work the same way. And then finally, Patreon. We've got a Patreon, which you should see in chat here any second if it's not there already. And our Bard tier patrons and higher get credits towards viewer actions every month that they can use on any show that they would like. You just have to let us know in chat how you want to spend those, and then we'll hand those out. So some very cool stuff. Before we hop over to see the cast, one last thing to mention is a couple things on this chart here. We've already covered the D6 and the plot points, but the triple crits, what that means is you can gift auto critical successes. And you can, it's triple because you get 3. You can divvy those out however you'd like. You can do 2 to the cast, 1 to the game master, all of them to the game master, however you want to do it. So they work much like the D6s. The cast members just grab that when they're available and they really need them and use them. So it's pretty cool. And then finally, the last one, introduce an ally or enemy NPC. Just give us a brief description of what you want this character to look like, kind of their character concept and a name, and let us know if you want it to be an enemy or an ally to the party, and the GM will basically take that and run with it. So really cool ways that you can participate. Lastly, I just want to take a quick moment to mention our sponsors. If you look at the logos down below, that's who's sponsoring this episode, and we'll talk a little bit about that before we introduce everybody as well on the next scene. So yeah, check all this stuff out, and thank them for supporting us, and thank you for being here and watching. Let's go say hi to the cast. And hello, and welcome to what's quite possibly the penultimate episode of Tickfaw Files.
Penultimate with a question mark?
Yeah, we've got a possibility of an extra episode, so call this at least penultimate part 1, if not all of it, I guess. But it's gonna be fun. So yeah, Rowan, I'll let you take it away with the intros while I type sponsor information and things like that in the chat.
Fabulous. All right. Hello, I'm Rowan North. I'm a freelance illustrator and art educator. And for those of you who are joining for the first time, this is the Tickfaw Files, a Monster of the Week campaign that takes place in 2040 Louisiana at Springfield near the Tickfaw River. There was a series of murders that happened a few months back, and things just get weirder and weirder. And now our intrepid heroes, who have all been investigating this, find themselves in fairyland, more or less, where everything is corrupt and weird. Last off, we all were stuck in the woods, separated, and making our way to the castle to face the prince himself, Temaru. So with that, let's introduce our intrepid heroes. Let's begin with Mira. Or Vanessa, the one who plays Mira.
Yeah, I definitely don't think I'm Mira, but you know. Hi.
Nah.
No. I'm Vanessa. I am primarily a traditional artist. I work with watercolor and pencil sketch, and recently been getting more into digital. I play Mira, and she is a red cat fairy, which is the fairy equivalent of a vampire. So she has to drink blood to survive and stay young and beautiful and not kick the bucket, which, you know, is her favorite state of being, alive. She started off as the cranky one of the group, and I I might argue that she's still cranky, but these are her humans now, so she's less cranky towards that.
Her pet humans. Fabulous. Thank you very much. Next is Yaz with Savoy slash Zahil.
I'm Yaz. I am a graphic illustrator and artist. I finally am able to post my website in the chat again, which I will do so. I play Savoy and Zahil, who it's a changeling sharing the same body with a human. And things are a little dicey at the moment, and they don't really know how they feel about the situation, either of them. So, yeah.
Fabulous. Thank you so much. Next is Riley with Jonas.
Yes. Hello, I am Riley. I will put my links out off to the side. No, side. Jonas is a human who has experienced who knows how to do magic and has experienced like this fairy realm before when he was younger. So his goals basically are to save as many people as possible and to create as peaceful of a world as possible.
Good fucking luck. And last but not least, Raven.
Hello, I'm Raven. I do a little bit of everything when it comes to tabletop, from game design to professional GMing to voice acting and art. Obviously, I'm a tabletop streamer as well. You can find me here just about every day of the week up until September, where the schedule will be changing a bit for the new season. I play Vic Bellarue. She's a private detective from New Orleans who specializes in supernatural cases, and she's been hired by Savoy to help this group out with figuring out how to deal with Temaru, the big bad, arguably evil guy of the campaign. So, yeah, she's currently with the group in the Fey world. A little bit drunk, a little bit crazy, because where they're at right now messes with your sanity, and she's about halfway down on that scale. So crazy and drunk to not go more crazy. So it's gonna be fun.
Yes, it is. All right. So where we left off specifically, there's the two groups. Mira's on the hill. Mira managed to contact Jonas through the mirror Temaru, the piece of Temaru's soul that is in the mirror. Jonas just happened to get lucky and check it at the same time Mira was there. So you've given them an approximate of where they are, and luckily you have a guide named Kala who is taking you through these spooky woods. So I'm just gonna do some keepering as you guys are traveling through the woods. I would like all of you to roll for sanity. If you succeed, go ahead and take a point of sanity back.
Sweet. This is a
Mixed
cool
success.
roll, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
No.
Then you take another point of 70.
Jonas got an 11. Jonas is feeling good.
You're also muted still, Raven.
Damn it. Not crazy about the fail part, but let's see what happens.
Well, you do have 3d6.
Yeah, we do. We've got 6 crits as well. But hey, never mind. I'm good. I am good.
All right, you take a point of sanity back. Savoy, you lose a point of sanity. Mira and Jonas, what did you guys? Well, Mira, you're not there. So
Jonas
you
rolled an 11.
okay? Point of sanity back. Between you actually knowing what's going on. Whoa, invisible paper.
Child. Jonas coming through strong.
Now you see it. Now you don't. Okay. Yeah, between you guys knowing kind of what's up at the forest, having a good guide, having coping mechanisms available to you that you know work, including music,
booze.
light. I was gonna say it, but you know.
Jonas got to talk to Mira, and he knows that she's alive. He's great.
Yeah. So, as you were walking through these woods, Dick, you're feeling a bit better. What are the thoughts that are going through your mind now that you're coming to?
I think the thoughts that are going through Dick's head are to get to the castle. And now that she's a little more coherent and a little less crazy, I think she's starting to realize, wait a minute, when we talked to Mira, they didn't mention Naomi. And so she's gonna be like, wait a minute. Wasn't Naomi with Mira?
That is... Mira said that Naomi wasn't there whenever she came around, but also at the same time, like, Mira and Lily kind of left, and Naomi supposedly followed them, but I didn't really see if she ever found them.
That's bad.
I forgot who was in charge, Zahil or Savoy.
Zahil.
Okay, thanks.
Yes, Savoy had a moment, but currently Zahil is back in control. Kind of annoyed that Savoy kind of fucked everything up. So
Yeah. Zahil's kind of gonna turn back to Dick and is kind of debates on whether or not they're going to say what they're going to say, but they say it anyways, knowing that it's probably not a great thing to say. They say, we already got lost as fuck just walking in here. If she's not with Mira and she's not at the castle, we are going to need to find her after we have at least like made contact with Temryu in the castle, because there's a chance we might not get back.
At this point, Kala agrees with you. Kala says, yes, precisely. But everyone knows that the humans are important in one way or another. So likely she would be picked up and taken to the castle by someone else. Or she could be dead.
Zahil's gonna give Kala a look that doesn't really look like anything specifically. It's just a look.
I'm gonna make a roll.
Rowan, I am at the halfway point of my sanity points.
Uh-oh. Are you in critical condition?
I am 4 for 4.
4 for 4. That means you're unstable.
So not critical.
Yes, but what happens to Zahil when they get down to half?
Zahil might be a little bit better off than Savoy is.
That's fair.
But it's your call, DM. It's your call.
Yeah, no, Zahil is probably fine. I would say that these filters that you're trying to set up, you don't have. So you suddenly have like less filter, I would say, as Zahil.
Oh no. Okay.
So Dick was going to agree with Zahil, but then the fox had to open her mouth. So Dick starts to go, you're probably right. We should probably... telling me she might be dead is not exactly motivating me to sit around and wait.
Oh, my apologies.
Jonas, is Dick still like on Jonas's arm, or has Dick like recovered enough that she's like, get off me, or let go of me?
No, she's definitely still on Jonas's arm. She's still a little bit tipsy. And so, yeah, it's definitely like leaning on Jonas, possibly flirting a little bit because she's very tipsy.
So Jonas is just kind of going to, as Dick starts to argue with Kala, like kind of firmly, like squeeze, not hard, but just a little bit firm squeeze to like Dick's arm, like, Dick, she's a federal agent, she's trained, she's fully capable of taking care of herself. She'll be fine.
I mean, she's not trained for this kind of stuff, but yeah, you're right. Alright, fine. She's just gonna, like, stare, like, deeply into Kala's eyes, like, into the very core of her soul kind of stare. Go, anything happens to her, you and I are gonna have more than words.
So, staring so deeply into her eyes, you realize that they're more insect than fox eyes. They're kind of that dark sclera, that black that moths and flies have, just the full-on black eyes, as opposed to shiny fox eyes.
Okay.
But she just kind of blinks at you. She's like, why would whatever happens to her be my fault? I don't think I understand.
Oh, I didn't say it was going to be necessarily your fault, just that I'm holding you responsible.
Oh. Why? She was the one who ran into the...
Zahil's gonna pat Kala on the head and be like, my darling, it's trivial to try and reason with humans sometimes. Let this one go.
I just want to know if I did something wrong.
You did nothing wrong at this time.
Okay.
And Zahil kind of like wraps an arm around her and turns her around and is like, look how beautiful the countryside is.
I can show you this place. Yes, I know. I know it's beautiful. I live here.
Well, I have never been here, and so I'd like to experience it. Let us move forward.
Excellent. Okay. So as you continue forward, you hear something. It's like loud trumpets, resounding through the woods. Now this is interesting because you've kind of realized that the forest is already a little too quiet, just in general. But with this sound, it becomes more unbearably quiet following that.
Zahil starts whistling.
Oh, Don't Stop Me Now is still playing on loop on Dick's phone. Like speaker, very loud volume.
You know that ADHD thing where you have a playlist playing in one part of the room and you're singing a song in the other part of the room and an audiobook's playing on like in the room next over? That's kind of what Zahil's doing. And it
just Zahil's all like, I know a song gets on everybody's nerves.
And Zahil is not a great singer. Let's be perfectly clear about this. There's nothing that could even remotely be considered a melody. They're just making noise and like occasionally squawking at themselves. Like la di da 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 da.
Well, you are the best singer of any crow that I have ever met.
Why, thanks. And they just get louder.
They're a parrot.
I am not a frou-frou parrot. I am prettier than a parrot.
Fine. You are prettier than a parrot. It was a compliment anyways.
So Kala actually pauses you as you hear this this trumpet. And Mira, you can hear it as well wherever you are. I imagine you're out of your vision quest and now are just resting, but this rouses you from your sleep.
Okay.
But yes, there is that loud trumpet, and there is echoing trumpets that go throughout the forest. Kala's ears swivel to and fro as she kind of tries to focus on the sound. And she's like, oh, this does not bode kindly. I believe that is a war horn.
A war horn?
Like, for who specifically?
For there's many. I would say with the tone of that one, that is the warring tribe of Foxmouths.
You mean the one that tried to seduce Jonas and bring him into the woods?
Yes, precisely.
Oh! They're coming after you, buddy!
Well, I don't know about that. But then there was one over there that was one goblin tribe. And then there was one that was over there that was another goblin tribe. And then there was one further down that was the Tuathi, I think.
And y'all are frequently fighting each other?
Oh no, not at all.
So does that mean we should slow down or should we hurry up?
I do not know.
For the sake of getting there in one piece, because I'm too pretty to die, let's be real. We should hurry up.
Yes, I agree.
I'm
I agree,
inclined to
but for
agree as
different
well.
reasons.
We will hurry up to the hill and hope that we do not meet anyone on the way. Mira, you wake up to the sound of these echoing trumpets. Just these horns going off at various locations. Some are closer, some are further away. It's enough to rouse you from the slumber that you kind of fell in when you cast your big magic. Lily is looking up at the sky with a concerned look.
Mira follows her look to see if there's anything in particular there.
Nope, there's nothing in the sky, just clouds.
All right, so instead she just verbally asks, like, what is it?
I think that's a problem.
What's the problem?
I think that's a problem because those are, I think they are what you play when you're going into a battle.
Mira kind of stands up to get the best vantage point and tries to look out over the like different sections of forest again to see if she can discern anything really.
Go ahead and roll me in an investigative mystery. I need to bring up Monster of the Week again. I forgot. We're like close to the last episode, and here I am like, oh, whoops, what's my manual? Okay.
Is it sharp?
Yes.
Are you guys cool if I use a D6? Or do you want to keep them?
Go for it.
Go for it.
Okay. So that's a 10.
Excellent. A 10. So you get to hold 2. So what you're wanting to do is figure out where the sounds are coming from, if you can pinpoint that, right?
Yeah, and to kind of see, like, in addition to listening for them, can she visually see anything that's indicating, like, trees moving or any sort of visual cue at all?
Okay, so you're looking for visual cues and pinpointing the sound.
Yeah.
So I guess that's kind of like what's going on, what happened here, what sort of creatures are they, or what creature is it kind of situation here, right?
Sure.
Okay. All right. So the first thing you notice is that the sound is coming from almost every corner of these different quadrants of the woods. So there's one from this quadrant of the woods. There's one from the quadrants in each one. Sometimes multiple horns from one quadrant. But either way, you feel like a lot of them are coming from the tree lines. And as you peer closer, do you have a spell or something to make you be able to like binocularize your eyeballs or something? Shut up.
Um,
Do you want to cast a spell?
Yeah, I can try to enhance my eyesight with some magic.
Do it.
That's a 12.
Oh, damn. Okay. So you go all Hawkeye up in here, and your eyes like do the
Okay.
and yes, you do see movement from the tree line. Not all at once. But it seems that there are small groups gathering of various creatures. You see goblins on one side of things. You see that there are kind of an elven kind of race appearing on the other, like around a tree line. You see a lot of them are goblins, and then you start seeing foxes, not ones that you saw at the party with all fancy clothing and things like that. These ones are a bit more tattered, appearing at the tree line in various places as well.
Right.
Where?
No, I said right.
Okay. Yes, so that is what you see. It seems like they are gathering or circling the castle.
Do they look agitated? Like, is it an aggressive?
Yes.
Okay.
They are armed.
Great. Love that. Can Mira cast her magic again like she did the first time to see if her party members are any closer? So to pinpoint that energy.
I will tell you, you probably will not be able to sense them.
Okay.
Again. So regardless, you guys, with Kala's help, do find the hillside. And you see Mira and Lily at the top.
Zahil immediately starts shouting.
Uh-oh.
As does... Well, first
Like-
Jonas is gonna look around.
But Zahil does the human shouting thing and then does the Rufio rooster caw.
Mira looks like she's angry. Stop doing that, her face says.
Oh my god.
You bunch of loons. Stop it.
Zahil is just cackling as they stumble up this hill.
Yeah, Dick's just running after everybody. Or with everybody. Trying to get up the hill.
It depends. If Jonas is still helping Dick out, he's going to match her pace. If Dick has let go at this point, Jonas is going to book it.
Dick will let go as soon as she sees Mira's there, so Jonas can run faster.
Have you guys ever run with a overexcited dog?
Yes.
Zahil sees you running and is just oh, we're running faster now. It just tears up with you. Not because
my God.
Zahil's romantically interested in Mira. It's just
I'm crying.
Zahil's nuts.
This is such good imagery. I'm crying.
And then
Just
Kala,
matching that energy.
yeah, Kala is still attached to your arms.
She gets dragged along.
Yeah, she's just like, you know those cartoons where they take the cane and the person's like pulled back and their whole body does this thing. That is exactly what happens. Where she's just like, like her feet are like flailing out.
Does Zahil get there first then?
She's following behind the other two, isn't she? Or they?
Zahil is close to Jonas. Man, my brain's not working today. But Zahil doesn't bypass Jonas. Zahil is at least enough precedence to allow them to be first before being like, bear hug, and tackling them to the ground.
Mira waits for them both to reach the top. And she doesn't go to Jonas first. She goes to Zahil first. And like grabs them by the scruff of feathers at the front of their neck. And like gives them a huge shove back down the hill direction.
Poor Kala.
Jonas sees this and he hesitates a little bit before like approaching Mira to like pick her up in this big hug.
Mira lets herself be picked up, and then when Jonas sets her back down, she leans forward and just whacks him in the side of the arm. And it's not like a clumsy human fist to the arm. It's just like very, very quick strike, like very one fell swoop, and it hurts. But then she reaches up and takes him by the face and gives both of his cheeks just one little kiss on each side.
Aww. What?
And Lily's like, what about me?
What do I
Mira-
need to roll? Sorry, go ahead.
Really a little hug.
Okay.
What do I need to roll to
Mira
dodge?
probably like picks Lily up and shoves her at Jonas. Like she's still mad, but she's also like, here, hug your child.
Okay. Okay, Dick. Please.
What do I need to roll to dodge Zahil and Kala rolling down the hill? Is that tough?
I think it would be act under pressure.
Cool.
Literally.
Nope.
Nope.
But I level up.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
You end up in a heap with Zahil and Kala at
This
the
is
bottom
like-
of this hill.
Some Looney Tunes bullshit. Where you have like that dust cloud of like fists and legs rolling and like little stars and swirls. In this dust cloud. As you all just like freaking tumbleweed down this hill. You're a mass of limbs and bodies at the bottom of the hill. And
Sounds
take
great.
1 harm each.
Okay.
Alright, I'm able to shrug it off because of asphalt jungle.
You're fine. Kala's like my wing.
Oh, Zahil like puts it back together and gives it a little kiss at like the weird point.
She's like, aw.
Dick's just like pulling herself up, brushing herself off, and just like, Zahil,
Yes.
what's that?
Oh, Mira just threw me down the hill. It's fine. She was so happy to see me.
Dick just laughs. He's like, yeah, I'm sure that was it.
You know, for any of our homestucks out there, is this what we call a kismesis?
You,
Oh my god, it is.
you need any help getting back up the hill?
Oh no, it's fine. I got this. And like Zahil just like gallops on all fours back up the hill.
Is Kala still attached, or did you leave her at
That's
the
your
bottom?
call. That's your call.
Well, okay. Would Sahil grab Kala, and then all three limbs just
Yes, just for the
like King
comedic
Kong.
value, the answer is yes.
Dick's just doing like a
Kyle
light
looks like,
jog
oh
up the
dear.
hill.
So we get to the top.
Mira gives Dick a disapproving look, but does not throw her down the hill.
Dick just looks at me and goes, "What did I do?"
Mira just looks down her nose at Dick and doesn't say anything.
You started a fist fight.
What? Me? That? I would not start a fist fight. I don't know what you're talking about.
I believe this is
Exact
a
opposite
human
of what I do.
sarcasm.
Nope.
Is this a human sarcasm?
It
Nope,
sure
this
sounds
is-
like it.
This is me saying nobody can confirm nor deny that I started a fist fight.
Jonas,
We need that meme of the guy with the butterfly. Is this a pigeon? Is this a human sarcasm?
All I know, there's a big, tooty tooty fancy fox person
Wait.
that threw a punch at another fox person, and then everybody started fighting.
What about Jonas, Riley?
Oh, so Jonas, like after all of this and things kind of start to settle down, he's going to look out now that they're at the top of the hill and kind of see what Mira and Lily were seeing.
And Mira kind of points out the specific spots to him.
Yes. So, Jonas, investigate a mystery, my dude. You can
That's
assist,
9.
Mira.
What stat
Mira-
is that?
Cool.
Oh, is that?
That's sharp.
Oh,
For assist,
Oh, never
Oh.
mind. You might. I don't remember for sure.
yeah,
I didn't know my role.
yeah, 9. Okay. Let me help out. Help another hunter with a move they are making roll plus cool. On a 10 plus, your help grants them 1 plus 1 to their roll. So no. So it's still a mixed success, so you get to hold 1. So obviously you see the obvious things. You see the castle in the distance. You see that the cloud, like the sky's like gray and dark and muted. You see the different colors of forest. But and you start seeing people on the horizon, like basically seeing small figures gathering around the castle, like or along the tree line. But you really can't make heads or tails of who they are, or if they're just sentries guarding the castle, or what.
okay.
So you can't make heads or tails of it, really. You just know, oh, there's people there.
Okay, and then Mira could tell me what she saw.
Yes.
Okay. So what's going on there? Did you guys hear the trumpets?
Yeah.
The war horns.
Yeah, apparently it's some sort of cry thing.
Boy, this trip just gets easier and easier, doesn't it?
It's just a barrel of laughs.
It could be fun.
Well, we ought to hurry then. Time's running out.
Are you okay?
Yes, small child, I think I'm great.
Yes, you are. They ruffle
Thanks.
feathers.
ruffles her hair back.
So what's going on then, Mira?
What?
What's going on there, like at the castle? I just see a bunch of people gathering around, but I can't make out what it is.
So is the direction of the castle what Mira saw the groups?
So if I can describe to you, basically the castle is on a large hill.
Yeah.
Think about like your basic fantasy landscape, where you've got the castle on the big mountain and you've got forests around it. So people are gathering around like the tree line of that forest at the base of that hill, pretty much.
Yeah.
So that is what you are seeing. So yes, it is in the direction of the castle.
Okay, but that's what I rolled for to see the groups, right? At the base of that hill?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, then Mira just kind of tells them like, I'm seeing groups get together and they're agitated and they don't look friendly.
I could try and fly us over it, says the heel who has never flown a day in his life.
But
they probably have knives.
But it would also depend if they're attacking the castle or if they're defending the castle. Because if it's the first, we might still be able to get into the castle and have help. I don't really want to do a hostile takeover.
Mira
use the chaos to get in.
Mira looks at Zahil and she's like, well, we could always send Zahil to ask them.
Zahil just grins, yeah, I'll go ask them.
Kala's like, oh no. No, that's a bad idea.
I mean, I'm pretty good at getting into places I'm not supposed to be. I could try, putting on the old charm.
Lily's like, oh, stealth mission.
Like that, kid.
Lily, do you know if there are secret
Muffin Man?
tunnels? No, not the Muffin Man. No, are there secret hideaway tunnels underneath the castle you think we could break in and sneak in?
She thinks for a second, and I am going to find a die to roll.
I would also really like to try talking my way into the castle because I have a 2 in charm and I haven't gotten a chance to use the Jessica Jones entry move yet. I think it'd be really fun. So basically when I double talk my way into a secure location, I can roll charm. And a 10, plus I pick 3, on a 7 to 9 I pick 2, and on a fail I pick 1. And they are, you don't leave any trace of what you searched, you find what you wanted, you find something else that's important, you don't piss anyone off, or you aren't recognized.
Very nice.
So
just wear a fake mustache, like, what, humans? Where?
Yeah, I'm thinking I could, put on some kind of disguise or something, or just waltz right in like I'm part of the staff and be like, I know you're trying to, take over, but I've got to get in there and, empty the chamber pots or it gets really stinky, and you're taking over the castle, you don't want a stinky castle, so just let me through.
Oh yes, of course, not human. So Lily looks at you and shakes her head. She's like, I know that there's a wine cellar. I used to hide in the big barrels. But I don't remember there being a tunnel.
All right. Well, I guess Dick is a smooth talker. So you'll just blast it
like ice cream.
Yes. Dick, you're like ice cream.
Yes, like ice cream.
And
Because I'm so sweet and everybody wants me. So Dick replied back with, "Because I'm so sweet and everybody wants me."
Kala looks at you, Dick, and then looks at Zahil, and then looks back at you. And then she leans closer, kind of sniffing you. See if you're actually so sweet.
laughing. Zahil's like just cackling their ass off.
Just pats Lily on the head. It's like, "Hey, kid.
Yes?
Just hi."
Okay.
All right, so I try to go sneak in through the front door. Y'all go through the cellar. Is that the plan?
No, there's no way into the cellar.
No.
We all sneak through the front door.
My wings are as dark as night. I'll cloak you. You know, that bird came from the blackbird going like that.
I'm not sure that's gonna work.
Why is
No.
the heel like 700 times more annoying?
The heel's unstable.
How about I just tell them that you're part of the staff as well?
Sure.
Mira looks like she's trying to stay mad at Zahil, but can't help like turn her face away to snicker a little bit.
I'm still mad at you. I swear.
Sure.
You're just cute.
Dick's gonna do her best to make everyone look presentable, like they're part of the staff.
Do you want me to attempt to roll for Savoy to come back?
If you would like.
It would definitely help, I think.
Okay. Y'all are fucked. Oh wait, I can spend a luck point.
Yes, you can.
We also
will
have 2d6 and 6 crits left.
I will spend a luck point.
So Savoy comes back, but with cost.
Yes.
And the cat came back the very next day.
So Savoy is also not doing so great, but in a different way. Savoy like all the feathers recede and they kind of give like that shuddery breath and kind of like looks at you, but you can tell like in their eyes like there is a sense of like paranoia, of just like tenseness. You're not sure if it's better.
Shifty eyes.
Yes, shifty eyes.
It seems like Mira has much easier a time being mad at Savoy than she does at Zahil. So she just
fair.
shoots daggers at Savoy. I mean, because, Savoy lost their cool first, so more blame.
It's true.
So, okay, I just have to quickly say, my husband just sent me a message that says they're getting too close to the truth. Kill them all. All right.
Jonas is gonna like walk over to Savoy and like he still has his tux vest, even though he doesn't have his jacket, and he'll take his vest and try to like use it as like a blanket to like
Savoy like
wrap Savoy in like a little cocoon.
gets really rigid and just steps out of your reach and says, "I don't want you to touch me, thanks."
Yeah.
Savoy's an
Kala
asshole.
Kala looks at you, Savoy, and says, I can touch you.
Okay, nope. Call it.
Savoy like is just like, I'm gonna hyperventilate. I'm gonna go sit over here until you guys figure out your plan.
Dick, Savoy needs alcohol.
I'm on it. Dick passes the two, like, Both of the flasks are like just a quarter full now, but there's two flasks, two different alcohols. One of them's rum. Not sure what the other one was.
Probably vodka. Savoy very unceremoniously drinks all of one of them and hands you back the full one and tucks their flask back into their coat pocket. Yeah. Because one of them was theirs, if I remember right.
Yeah, it
I
was.
think so, yeah. Okay. So, let's just run down the plan real fast. So, you're literally walking in the front door past aggressive army. You're not sure for or against you, or against the castle, or guarding the castle, or what. You're walking through the front door, pretending to be staff.
Basically, yeah.
Okay. So you're working on everyone looking presentable, maybe cleaning them up. There is a clear spring nearby, so you can clear that, use that to clear off dirt stains. You're still all dressed nice, even if you're a little forest worn. So we are going to go storm the castle after this break.
Yay!
All right. We'll be right back in about 10 minutes. So be sure to hydrate, grab snacks if you need. And yeah, we'll be right back.
Excellent. And welcome back. So your group, it's actually, I want you guys to do me a roll, a cool roll to see how your sanity is at, if you recover or not. Just so you know where you're mentally at as you approach the castle.
Oh, good.
Okay, before we approach the castle,
You recover one.
before we approach the castle, while everybody's still kind of getting prepared,
I'm
Mira-
gonna, Postman always rings twice, that one.
Here's what?
Mira probably pull Jonas aside, and out of earshot of Lily as well. Like, she'd probably wait until Lily is kind of preoccupied with something else. But she pulls Jonas aside and she looks at him and she's just like, you know, do you think maybe we should take Lily and just stay back for a minute and see how this plays out, or do you want to go with the rest of the group?
I was kind of thinking the same thing. We should hang back with Lily to kind of see how things are going.
I mean, on one hand, I don't want to put her in the direct line of fire like that. But I don't know, something feels kind of off about letting them go without us.
Yeah. I think we should still go with them, but like hang out at the back of the group.
Yeah, I mean,
So
if
something goes wrong, we can get Lily away from it as quickly as possible.
yeah, if that's what you want to do, then we'll do that.
Are you okay with that?
I guess I'm going to have to be. And she just leaves it at that. She goes back to Lily.
Jonas will kind of stand there for a second and then follow behind.
And Lily is none the wiser. Okay, so let me double check all y'all's rolls. So,
Sorry, you said cool?
yes.
That's an 8 from me.
8. Nothing changes for you. Savoy, you recover 1. Dick, did you re-roll? What was? Oh no, you said.
Yeah, I rerolled. I used the Postman always rings twice.
Okay, so you recover 1. Jonas, you stay the same. And then Mira stayed the same. Okay. So, as you are getting ready to go down and things like that, as you guys are walking, Kala does say something, and she says, now you must be understanding. Time is very strange. Don't you know that it perhaps has maybe been days?
Look, Cat in the Hat. What did you just say?
It could have maybe been days. Since you must
Savoy,
arrived.
kind of tilts their head, and are you saying to them up there?
No, to you. Since you first arrived.
So it may have been days in our world.
No, in this one.
Gotcha. Okay. I think I'm kind of following.
The days and nights do not pass.
Do our bodies feel it?
You can't tell. Not really.
Okay.
The fairy, like the magic and stuff here, it's pretty weird.
Dick
Sorry,
is,
that's fair.
Dick is gonna be Dick, and of course be crude. I ain't had to piss yet, so it couldn't have been days, could it? I've been drinking a lot of booze.
Perhaps the fairy magic has stopped your bladder.
You're
Just like-
you're muted, Ruin.
Oh shit.
I think everybody heard you through my microphone, but yeah, that was amazing.
Yes, perhaps the fairy magic has stopped your bladder, just like a cork up a horse's bum.
Savoy is just like giggles.
Dick is just standing there like this blank expression, staring straight ahead, like.
You definitely. Go
Why
on.
does the murderous fairy feel like the only sane one here?
Yeah, we're not gonna go into that, but so the sun doesn't come up here.
The sun does not go down. The sun does not come up. Time moves faster in the forest than you perceive.
Grand.
Why? Perhaps our fairy friends have noticed something strange like that. And looks at Mira. Mira, if you can recall, you did basically fall asleep for who knows how long. And it seems strange, just the timing of things and how things overlapped. Because honestly, you could have been out for a while, but yet the group had just left when you talked to them.
Right. Mira doesn't really say anything about it, but she looks like she's doing mental math. And it also looks like mental math is not a subject that she particularly likes.
Excellent. Perfect. But yes. So as you approach the end of the tree line, things get lighter. Once again, everything is just kind of this gloomy gray, but the forest is pretty thick. So in general, it's much darker in the woods than it is out in the clearings. So as you approach that tree line, you see 7 different groups, at least from what you can see, which is a lot less than it seemed from up on the hilltop. But you are coming to realize that this realm is much smaller than you initially had thought. Things are just kind of all sorts of wonky with your perception. So there's 7 different groups just kind of standing around at the base of this hill. You see about 4 of them are goblins, just different goblin groups. None of the goblins that you know from home, of course, but these guys look kind of more rough and grizzled. They're kind of in more tatters than, say, the nicer dressed goblins that you saw, say, carrying the moth fox messenger to the door. Things like that. In fact, all of these groups look kind of grizzled. So you've got 4 of them that are goblins or like goblin hybrids. You're pretty sure that those must be like some sort of like a bugbear or something, where they're just a bit taller than normal goblins, hairier, but not as big as the ogre, which is massive. No, you're not gonna meet Mothman here. Mothman is elsewhere. There may be a Mothman in this universe already. So.
Good to know.
Anyways. So aside from that, sorry, sudden cough. Aside from that, you see like one group that is these elven type people. They're just very, very tall, slender. They have that sharp, angular face. It's definitely like weirdly surreal. One of the things is that they're definitely fairy. They aren't like, oh, pretty humans like Legolas. They are surreal and tall and stick-like, and their skin is kind of this strange, like, mottled green, where it's almost bark-like as you look at it. Actually, Dick, they would look kind of similar to Adina. I think Adina would be smoother skinned, but
Yeah, Dina being a dryad, that would kind of make sense.
mm-hmm. And these are all battle torn. They're all in rags. They are all they're clearly from the wrong side of the tracks. You also see one group of moth foxes. What's interesting about this group is that it's all sorts of different kinds of moth fox. Like, some of them are about the size of Kala, except they have no wings, or just like stumps where the wings were when they were torn off. Some of them are taller with multiple tails.
Like a nine-tailed?
Like a kitsune, yeah. And then the final group, you do see some cat people. So
okay, I can't.
If it ain't Miss Nora, I don't want it.
what?
I said if it ain't Miss Nora, then I don't want it.
I was gonna say,
Rude.
Dick, this is partly because the player, me, can't pass this up, but also I think Dick would be interested. She's gonna have to go say hi to the cat people.
We have a plan!
Oh no.
We have a plan!
So here's the plan. Here goes Dick.
Oh my god. So,
Hey, Dick, in your pants.
So, wait, Dick has to talk to somebody to get past all these different people, right?
Sure.
Wait,
So-
before Dick makes any sort of move, Mira's gonna try and help you out a little bit. From this distance, can I roll monster empathy to see what they want? See what would distract them.
Sure.
All right, let's see what we can do. Do you hear that, Dick? Mira's gonna help you for once. Don't take that lightly.
I don't.
That is a 12.
Fuck yeah!
Oh damn!
On a 10 plus, hold 2. So the options are: what does it most desire? What would it accept as good enough for now? And what would distract it? What would distract it? And I guess what does it most desire? So what's going on with these groups? Tell me their secrets.
So, all right. The things that you know is that they are agitated. They are all armed. They these aren't like pretty clean little these aren't clean little like house cat prettiness. They are tattered forest cats. So they have torn ears, scratched eyes. There's about 5 of them in this particular group. Like, these are all small groups, like gorilla type groups. So they aren't dressed as nice as you've seen the others dress. Not even the goblins that you first encountered were dressed nearly as rough or as tattered. And this is even without the glamour, without that illusion being stripped away from the insanity of the woods. It's without that poison vision. They are already tattered looking. And that goes for all of these groups, not just the cats. They are all kind of more haggard and grizzled. You you can hear from their annoyed talking that this is you tell a few things, that this is an attack that probably has been a long time coming. They've just been waiting for the opportunity, and that there were two things that they wanted before they would dare strike. And as soon as that happened, they would be here. And one was a piece of Temryu's soul, and the second is at least one human. Those are two things that apparently they have. Bargaining chips, if you may.
Yeah.
Does that answer your questions, or?
Is there any clear way to determine how we could potentially distract them so that we could sneak past?
Distractions. Well, first off, you're not sure how they would react to a bunch of humans coming up. Like, you have fellow cowpokes, you know. you're not sure.
Right.
It could be, they could be like, oh yeah, like let's kick some butt. You don't know. You think they probably can be reasoned with, just in general. Like if you convince them, like, no, we're taking Temryu down. But you see a couple other things. The foxes, which are fairly near to where you are. One of them has a staff that has basically nailed to it a rubber duck. And they are, holding that staff. And then you see another thing, also in war paint, looking extremely uncomfortable, is Naomi. So that gives you a few options.
Okay, and this is all what Mira's seeing and sensing, right?
Yes.
Okay, Mira's going to
potential distractions.
Yeah, Mira's gonna quietly point out both Naomi and the duck. Just like point.
Like arm tap dick and then point.
Yeah.
Like the relief that Dick feels is going to be visible. Like just shoulders going down a little bit from not holding that tension anymore. Like very obvious. I'm gonna say, oh, thank gods for that. Alright, what's the best approach, Red?
Mira takes another look across all of the groups. And she just says, well, we can go with the original plan and try to sneak past them. They are agitated and they are armed. We don't know how they would react to seeing even more humans. Given the fact that Naomi is still alive, I would put that in the category of either one, they need her, or two, they're not going to hurt humans. I don't know how you would like to weigh those two options. But we can still try to talk to them and see what we can get out of them.
All right. And Naomi, sorry, I might have missed some details. Does she look like she's being held captive, or is just there with them?
She's more there with them. It seems like she has convinced them to not be a prisoner, but she does look uncomfortable to be there. She is wearing the war paint. She has the weapons.
I mean,
she has the tatters over her normal clothes. Or, well, the clothes that she wore with you to the ball.
I mean, to be fair, she always looks uncomfortable, so...
Okay, she looks more uncomfortable than normal.
Okay.
Unusually uncomfortable.
Like, she just has this stance that's really, like, tight. She's, like, holding this handmade spear that clearly the fox has made. Just really close to her body. Like...
Okay. Then I think... Yeah, I think Dick's gonna lean over to Mira and say, alright, secondary objective is to get Naomi out of that mess. Maybe we should go talk to that group. And that way Naomi knows we're here. And whatever she's doing, because she's obviously not like being held captive, she's like with them. Maybe she'll be able to give us some information cryptically.
I mean, it's certainly possible. Do we want to go as a group and risk them not being too kind to the fact that we have more humans? Or should we just send someone in particular? What? I don't... I can't really give you a specific answer as to what will happen.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm pretty good at talking my way in and out of situations. Even these types of situations.
Yes. Talking. Not hitting things at the back of the head.
I can be talented
Kala-
at two things.
Kala does speak up, and she's like, that is our enemy tribe. I would highly suggest against. It is likely that she managed to talk herself out of a tight space. The enemy foxes, they cannot be trusted.
Well, in my experience, people on two sides of a conflict say the same thing about each other.
The
So,
boy's going to take Kala by the shoulders and says, well, then maybe you and I can stand here. Because in our world, we don't leave our friends behind.
Mm-hmm. I still would suggest against. At the very least, they must not see me. And I have no interest in abandoning you.
Can we glamour her?
Kala looks you in the eyes, boy, and says, I still have not had the chance to have the sex with your other part.
Dick's just gonna bust out laughing.
So why would I abandon you?
Samora looks like they're about to panic right now.
Good to see where Kala's allegiances are. Jesus.
She was promised.
Dick's just gonna smirk and go, you know, situations were different. We might get along alright.
It's like Savoy makes that, like, the strangled breathing noise that somebody might be having, like, hyperventilating but trying to cover it.
Yep. Alright. I'm gonna go over there and talk to them. I'm gonna go by myself. And then if it looks like things are going well, I'll say that I need to bring in the rest of the staff. We'll go in.
Fair.
So, Kala's like, will you do the call of the Marco Polo?
Something like that.
The Marco Polo call.
Yes.
Yes.
Sure.
And
To tell
Kala,
us all coasts are clear.
Kala, if you survive this, you can have as much of Zahil as you want.
I can have all the pieces.
No, just Zahil. Not me, Zahil.
Oh, well,
The big
yes.
furry one. Fluffy,
Then it's
feathery
not
one.
furry. I am furry.
Dick just gets a smirk and goes, I think if you make moves on that one, you may end up cursed for life.
Oh, I
You
see
should just
you're
see
a cursed hermit?
The panic in Savoy's face. Savoy has never not been a playboy. You gotta give them credit.
Dick just
Mira-
grins at Savoy and says, I think Doc might have feelings about that.
Mira scoops Lily up as inconspicuously as possible and kind of like melts to the back end of the group.
Just disappears into the bushes like Homer Simpson gets.
Awkward. All right, yeah, Dick's gonna go talk to Naomi and whoever's immediately around Naomi. So yeah, Dick goes right up to everybody and is like, "Hey,
They start immediately upon seeing you, and they point their weapons at you. Most of them have spears. Some of them have like knives. But they're all like bared teeth.
yeah, Dick just kind of goes, "Hey, I'm with the staff at the castle. We're part of the janitor crew, so I mean, I know y'all you're trying to take over this place or whatever. I don't care what you do, really, but it's kind of smelly in there, so is it okay if we just go
Naomi
in and do
has
our
got
job?"
this look of like janitor staff. It's not the best you could come up with.
Dick just gives her a smirk.
Why do I imagine them all as Ewoks? Like that's just all I see is
That's
those
amazing.
Ewoks. Their spears.
That's perfect.
If they were bears and not foxes.
They're Efox.
I don't give a fox about what they are.
What's their reaction?
Oh,
They're like looking at each other. Did you roll for this?
No, I was just waiting to see when you wanted me to roll.
Yes, you will have to roll to manipulate someone.
I'm going to crit.
Oh,
So, with Jessica Jones' entry, double talking to get into a place, with a crit, I can choose 3 of these. Don't leave any trace of what you searched. Find what you wanted. Find something else that's important. You don't piss anyone off, and you aren't recognized. I definitely don't want to piss anyone off, and I don't want to be recognized. And could I argue that find what you wanted means I can say my staff needs to come with me? And they go, oh, sure, that makes total sense.
so as you're having this conversation, you remember that the Mare people exist and that they have been fighting or working for Temrio, at least at some point. So it's not out of the question for there to be humans around, but humans from a different universe.
Okay.
So, as you are talking to them, they kind of look at each other and they look at you and they say, He has mirror people working for him now.
Yeah,
Mm.
sure. Why not? Here are people.
And you want to go into the castle that we want to attack. Uh-oh.
Better?
Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I pulled it a little. You want to go into the castle that we want to attack. You want to trap yourself in the castle that we want to attack.
Well, I mean, I just figured y'all wouldn't want a smelly castle, so I mean, it's chamber
We do
pot
not-
cleaning day. So I figured we just go in there, we do our job. That way, we get paid and all that jazz, and then.
I mean, we do not want to own the castle. Oh, but that is idea. And the foxes kind of look at them, and it's like,
I mean, we won't.
we will
interfere
talk
with
about
your-
that later.
Yeah, we won't interfere with your whole invasion thing. We'll just go in. We'll clean the chamber pots. We'll take the gross stuffs out of the castle and won't even know we're there.
If you go in, we will not let you out again. You will be trapped in castle until we are done. If that is okay with you, the mirror person, then you can go.
That's fair enough, I think. We should probably have one of your folks here supervise while we're doing this too. Now that I think about it, what about her?
No, we need the human.
Sephora's
What do you need a
gonna
human for?
tap on Dick's shoulder and just be like, I mean, what if she's not human? What if she's a mirror person like us?
I mean, it does look kind of two-dimensional. Pretty shallow. Dick's just smirking.
We know this is one of the humans, but we need them for bargaining chick.
Well, kind of bargain with the fancy pants, and you've got a mirror person. That ain't gonna go too well. I'm pretty sure she's one of ours.
Have we? So, okay, give me the 3 things that you want out of this again.
You don't piss anyone off, aren't recognized, and you find what you wanted.
So here's the options. Is you can take Naomi in, or take the the rest of the staff in.
I'll go with Naomi because the rest of the group potentially find their way in. through other
You
means.
traitor!
Whereas Naomi seems to be in more immediate danger.
She doesn't look like she's in danger at all. She just looks uncomfortable.
Well, I mean, are you all comfortable just leaving Naomi out here with this group?
Yes!
Yeah, Dick's not comfortable with that. Can I make an additional roll of charm to try and get the rest of the staff as well?
Yes, but you can't use the same move.
Nope, I'm just gonna do straight up charm.
It's going to still be rolled to convince someone.
Yeah.
Question, what would it take to try and stealthily steal the duck?
That would take an act under pressure.
I mean, I can't act under pressure, but I can sure create a diversion.
I'm gonna use a crit.
I also used a d6. Thank you again to
Okay.
Horrible Gamer J for donating those d6s. So that made my charm a 12.
Okay. So they are like, didn't we check to make sure they were not near? Well, their reflection came out in mirror. Perhaps we were mistaken? Fine. They can go with you, but they are not leaving either.
Oh no, we'll just hang out in there. We'll do our job, and we'll go hang out like in the larder or something while you do your thing.
So they're like, very well.
All right.
While this conversation's going on, so Dick, are you gonna be like, hey, can I bring the rest of my staff?
Yeah, that was what she was doing. Was going, hey, so I'm gonna need the rest of the staff to actually do that job.
What? How many of you are there? Are you sure you're not reinforcements?
Well, I
Meant to
mean,
sneakily go in and tell our plans?
I mean, aside from maybe Red over there, do any of us look? I mean, we have a child. I don't think we're gonna be doing a whole lot of fighting or reinforcing.
Hmm.
And unless your battle strategy relies on the castle being dirty, I don't think there's gonna be a problem.
Fine. They can go with you. As this conversation is going on, Jonas, do you take the opportunity to try to snatch the duck?
Yes.
Now, you used a crit. I can't roll against that, can I?
Technically, you could also use a crit to cancel it out.
Technically, how many of those do I have?
I have 4.
Well, yes, let's do that.
So
You jerk!
So I just need to roll now?
Just roll.
What's act under pressure?
Action pressure's cool.
That's an 8.
Would you like to use a d6?
Yes.
I will use the d6 as well.
God damn it.
Oh, damn it. It was a 1.
I got a 3. So that's a
No.
failure.
Can I argue that I'm helping because I am being very distracting?
Well, yes, that's why Jonas can even pull this out in the first place.
But if I'm helping,
Roll to help out.
that would make it a 7 instead of a 6.
Roll to help out.
And add a d6.
Has to be a 10 or higher.
No.
If this goes to shit,
I
and
still have-
only
I still have a
if this-
postman.
How many
only
postmen
if
do you
this
have?
goes to shit,
2.
can I just take it and run?
Yes!
Run. Da, 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 da,
Da,
da,
da,
da.
da, da, da. Okay.
I'm gonna roll a d6.
God.
We'll also roll a d6.
Oh my gosh. No, stop. I'm just going to use luck. You can't do anything if it's a luck, right?
That's true.
How many luck do you have?
I haven't used any.
Okay.
This is happening, damn it!
So as Dick is talking and distracting them, you literally, as basically they're like, fine, let's have a look at these mirror people. So you walk in, and literally as they are looking at other and inspecting other people in the group, you literally grab the duck off of it. Somehow, it wasn't nailed down hard enough.
Duck was nailed down?
Yeah.
The duck was nailed to the staff.
They pierced a piece of his soul.
Yeah.
Not to mention a perfectly fine rubber ducky.
It was kind of like a little bit squashed because it was nailed.
That poor rubber ducky. These people are monsters. Not just because like they're, box moth people. They're like.
These were the cats, I
Monster.
thought. Oh no, the cats
No, these
were
are
a
the
different
moths.
group. That's right.
Moths, yeah. So you literally pulled it off. It wasn't actually that nailed on. They're all looking the other way. Somehow, you have the duck.
I just had a scene from Futurama pop in my head where Bender's distracting somebody so others can steal something, and he's just going like, "Hey, ho, look at me! I want attention." That's basically what Dick's doing. Green had a giggle.
So, Jonas, you hide the duck on your person,
Mm-hmm.
and the foxes are finally like, fine, but no more people come in, no one comes out.
Sounds like a plan.
So, with that, you all turn and head up the path to the castle. It's about the time that you open the door and step inside that you hear angry howling and snarling.
Close the door, close the door, close the door.
Hold up.
Close the doors, close the doors, close the doors.
As they notice their duck is gone, that their bargaining chip and the whole reason that they called the attack is gone. Here they were, trying to take down the corrupt king or prince and try to make things right, put power in their own hands, and you took their power away from them. I hope you feel happy.
Great. So what's the
What side are you even on?
On Dick's own side.
Oh, God.
Honestly,
As soon as they get in and slam the door and close it, Dick's gonna look to Naomi and be like, "Are you all right?"
Yeah, what did you do? Why are they?
I mean,
Does Jonas even show the duck? Or just like, I don't know.
Yeah. Jonas will just be like, I took the duck.
You what?
oh, that might
I
do
took
it.
I took the duck.
You so it's been a while since I've seen you. Maybe like 3 days.
It's been
At least from my perspective. It's so
2
strange because
hours.
there's not days or nights. Anyways, they were actually very nice. And
Well,
they were
that's-
planning on, I think, the same thing we were planning. They were actually planning on removing the Husk Prince from the throne and they're going to use me, a human, and a piece of soul basically as bargaining chips. Try and get him to step down. Like, they're apparently humans do have power over him because of his past, and well, I've worked very hard to earn their trust.
Okay.
Well,
Does
most
somebody
important-
have a piece of Temryu that's kind of a dick? Sorry, Dick.
You can't go back out there now.
No, I'm not. I'm just gonna throw it out the window and tell them to catch it.
No, just
No.
get it on out. More importantly, Naomi, you're okay.
Yes, I'm fine. Everything was fine. Yes, initially they put me in a shoddily made cage for a little bit, but that was only for a little while.
Like the second time hearing like yes, I'm okay. Dick's gonna calm down a little bit and then just like pull Naomi into like a bear hug and just stay like that for a while.
Okay.
Listen, I'm sorry, but we had no idea what was going on.
Could have
Can't.
Also,
talked.
this one over here was getting mad at us for not getting the duck. So, and he's pointing at Kala.
Kala is like covered with like a cloth over her head, and she's like, "I'm being sneaky. I wasn't angry that you did not get the duck. I did not. I just said that we were going to give it to you. Do not make me the reason for your mistakes."
First of all, I'm not making you the reason for my mistakes. I'm just calling out your mistakes. Second of all,
What?
we are going to give pieces of Temryu to whoever needs it as a bargaining chip so that people's voices can be heard. But first, we need to show Temryu that we even have possession of them.
Naomi's just like, you know, if I, well, what's done is done. I don't really see a way to salvage this situation. I mean, you frankly outright told them that I lied to them about being a human. Being one of the humans.
Savoy willingly takes on like the weight of being the asshole and is like, that's fine, Naomi. You don't have to be everybody's savior or bargaining chip.
What?
We didn't understand the situation. We were unable to obtain the information that we needed, and now you're safe and you're here, and we keep moving forward. Because Savoy doesn't have a filter.
Dick, who is still holding on to Naomi, just goes, "What the boss said."
You can repair all the fairy relationships you want when we're safe and out of this
But
hellish landscape.
you do realize that this is the first time I felt like I've done anything useful.
Naomi,
And-
you have been useful since you have been around us.
Since you were trying to make me go away.
After that.
That was us just trying to protect you. And also, hey,
Like
look,
Jonas
you were
said.
still useful. We have the duck, so.
I feel terrible.
And now I'm less crazy because I know you're not like dead.
Jonas
so
has a
bad for them.
flashback to Dick being completely insane for a second, shudders.
Dick will finally like let Naomi go, but is staying close to where she is.
Well, it is good to see you again. Although I do wish that we had the opportunity to talk things through. Apparently we had two different plans. I mean, I certainly had hoped that all of you would reach the castle. And that's why I was, well, that I was helping them, hopefully, so that we have more chips in our favor.
No, that makes sense, but fortunately, yeah, we didn't have time to talk about the plan.
Well, it's good to see you regardless, I guess. I did miss you all. It's not like I have a lot of friends. You're honestly the first honest friends I've ever had. So
We will apologize for that later.
It's just patting me
for not
on the
being
head.
friends? What?
No, for being your first friends. We will apologize for that later.
Oh.
Looks like they might like reach out to give her arm a squeeze, and then they just turn around and look in the rest of the room.
What I imagine is like that Captain America scene where she's about to touch the man boob. And then it's just like,
Ah, yes, the titties of friendship.
Like
Okay,
a
that's a
don't you
read,
call
right?
your friends?
Yep.
That will be it.
Yep.
So let's just, before we find Temryu, let's just make sure we're all on the same page so this fiasco with the duck does not happen again.
How many pieces of Temru do we have with us?
I have 2.
I have 1.
Mira?
Oh, sorry, what was the question? I wasn't paying attention. I was looking
How
at
many?
the titties of friendship.
How many pieces
Stop
of Temryu
looking
that
at
we
people's
have?
titties.
So
Even if they're friendship
Jonas
titties.
says that he has 2. Savoy says they have 1, and Lily is /
Has the book.
one.
Mira,
I will be right back, friends. I need to pee.
You can still tell us. I mean, we
Yeah.
all know, but the audience doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I was gonna say like Mira puts Lily down first and foremost. She's been toting this kid around.
Yes.
She's got to be getting kind of heavy.
Mira running around, kid in her arms. And she starts like dismantling the like statement necklace made of twigs.
Mm-hmm.
And then she reaches down into like the front stitching of the like titties of her dress, and she pulls out the necklace. So she
I love it.
Yes. So that's 5 altogether.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Out of how many? 5?
I think that might be all of
I think so.
them. We have the book, the necklace, the music box, now ring.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
The book.
Yeah.
Already said the book.
Okay. I apologize. That's an emergency.
What was after the
Lily.
music box?
The
So
mirror
we
and
have-
then Lily.
That's right.
And
So
the rubber duck. So we have all
So
6.
6.
Is that 6? Is that that sounds like more than
Okay.
6.
Lily, book, mirror, music box
Ring.
/ ring,
Necklace.
necklace, rubber duck.
Okay, 6. Yes.
6.
So that's all the pieces. You have them all with you.
yeah!
Somehow, although you didn't communicate bringing them, you weren't even sure if you had them all. But somehow you all managed to bring it.
So now we just need to go to the roof of the castle and summon Shinron, and we'll get our wish.
So we have all the pieces. How are we going to approach this? Are we going to offer Temryu to become whole and then see what happens, or are we going to withhold pieces?
I think that it's in our best interest to offer to possibly consult with all of the pieces to get a general idea of what it is that they want, but then to go ahead and offer Temryu these pieces in exchange for something that barters our safety and our freedom, whether it's leadership or it's an agreement or a treatise that our part of our world is left on. It could be any of those things.
Do like a treaty summit type thing. Discuss all that and then give them back.
Kala thinks about it, and she's like, I know this is not my plan, but if it was my plan, what I would do is give him all the pieces back and then stab him in the back.
That's a fair idea, Kala. That getting the agreement is part of it, but if Temryu does become a problem when we get all of the pieces, we could just dismantle him as humans did before.
Jonas votes to just take away his bending.
That's fair.
Yeah, Dick pulls out her gun and like switches to the silver bullets and is like, yep, shooting in the back ain't out of the question. Depends on how things go.
Naomi's like, can we refrain? You already went into a fist fight. You already pissed off a good chunk of the fairy population, I think.
Hey, according to everybody that was at that fight, the fairies threw the first punches.
I saw you, though.
Mira speaks up at this point, and she looks at them, and she's just like, okay, from here on out, what happened before those doors closed doesn't matter anymore. This is where we are now, and we have the choice to just go from here. So I think that maybe we should forget about the fairies outside and just do what we're going to do.
I am with Mira on that.
Agreed.
When Dick was shushing Naomi, she just put like her index finger over Naomi's lips.
So, and Naomi's just like, just this kind of mildly uncomfortable look, like, what are you doing?
So, do we consult with the pieces beforehand?
I mean,
or do we offer Temryu
the
the exchange first?
Well, I'd say we can't, with how fairies work with their negotiations and everything, I'd say we should not be offering anything freely and just, trusting that he'll do the right thing. I think we could maybe offer a piece as goodwill and then have our treaty meeting. But I don't think we should just give all of them to him up front. Maybe see what the pieces think, like you were saying.
What would stop him from just taking them from us? We could have a fight on our hands anyways.
Well, we have a way to... Oh, I got it. Here. Dick grabs the rubber... Or if it's not already in Jonas's hand, Dick will grab the rubber ducky, put it in Jonas's hand, and go, here, just hold on to this, and if he makes trouble, you start fire. Rubber melts.
The wide eyebrows.
The destruction of his pieces.
Yeah.
So
insurance.
We should be
okay, Jonas is with this.
We should be very, very aware of how everything has reacted to our violence in the past.
I'm not
I
saying
think-
that's our opening option, just insurance.
Also, I don't really want to destroy this one. This one's a nice one.
If I give you an asshole one,
I mean, Mira knows that. Mira, did you tell Jonas that it was like a child?
No,
So Jonas, you don't know. You know the
Oh.
personality of the duck.
I forgot that was that one.
All I'm saying is that's an option. So if he wants to start fighting right off the bat, then we have insurance to say, hey, sit the fuck down. And let's talk. But I don't want to
So-
open with that.
how much is this figure that we are coming in contact with in touch with the rest of these pieces? I think
Lily, this whole time, has been looking around like concerned. Just getting this really funny furrowed brow look. Just as you guys are talking.
Mira reaches down and like starts gently playing with her hair and kneels down, like crouches down beside her and asks her what's wrong.
There's nobody here. The walls are empty. Empty.
Nobody at all? Mean.
Listen, it's completely silent. There were lots of people in and out before.
Is Temryu in here?
I think so. No, I know so. I know he's here. But did he send away all the staff? All of everyone?
couldn't tell you, kid.
It's just very different. Kala's like, yes, the silence is quite foreboding. I thought it was just me.
Is the silence charged with anything, magical or otherwise?
No,
No magic
it's
aura?
go ahead and roll investigate a mystery for me.
Okay. 11.
11. Okay, you get to hold 2. What happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can hurt it? Where did it go? What's it going to do? What's being concealed here?
What's being concealed here? And the first one.
What happened here?
Yeah, what happened here?
Okay. So as Lily brings this up and you start focusing on just everything, you realize just how dusty and dirty it is. That there's spider webs on the wall, that everything's kind of worn down and grungy. More than that, there are vines that are growing in the cracks of the wall and just starts leading almost in one direction. These vines that are growing on the sides of the wall, they get thicker the further down the hallway they go.
As Zakil would say, this looks spooky as fuck.
There's like leaves and dust and just things that have blown in that have long since just been left.
So Savoy's going to look at everybody else and look at the way that the vines are pointing and say, it looks like it's about time that we got down to the bottom of this.
The brass tacks. And meanwhile, in the castle, in the highest tower, A man sleeps. He has slept for a long time, his body empty of all pieces of his soul. All but the barest thoughts and his dreams, helping to keep him together, at least slightly. Vines have grown over his body. The roots digging into his veins, giving him the only sense of new nutrients to keep that body, that husk alive. He is so pale, his long purple hair just flowing over the bed and down onto the floor. And finally, for the first time in oh so long, he stirs, his finger twitching. And that's where we're going to end tonight.
Nice.
Does he need the kiss of a sweet, like, purest love's love to wake him up?
Well, he is the god of heart, or at least at one point was.
That's fair.
Who knows?
Does he need a kiss or does he need a knife stab?
Knife
That's
stab!
entirely up to you.
My God.
I need dinner. Bring steak, knife.
Goodness. That was great.
So we're gonna go around and share your favorite moment. And where we're gonna find you next.
Yep. What was your favorite part? Where can we find you next? And anything else you'd like to share?
Yes, I think next episode will be our last one.
We pretty much had it on the schedule for next week to be the finale with, like, there was a 1 week, like, could extend it another week if we needed to, but yeah, it sounds like we're in the spot for the finale to be next week, so it'd be awesome. Be sure to come back and watch it.
Yeah.
So how about we start with you, Rowan? What was your favorite part? Where can we find you next? And anything else you'd like to share?
Well, I think my favorite part is here I was planning on basically there being this kind of battle almost, where all of them rush in just to find the halls empty. But that's not happening now because you took their bargaining chips, the things that they're going to use. So now there's just a listless army outside the door, like trying to figure out what the fuck just happened. And with definitely their anger raised towards you. But I did have this plan for like an epic, like battle of the 5 armies or whatever.
Whoops.
Thing planned.
Our bad.
So, well, all's well that ends well. That's why I was so determined to roll against you. So, yeah, so it's just mostly like, well, this is what I get for planning anything.
We could maybe use the army's help. Depends on what we get ourselves into. So don't count them out yet.
We'll see if they want to help you.
True.
Dicks.
I don't know. We took it. Somebody else could have taken it. They could just be
That's true.
fighting each other out there.
I'm just the
Knowing the
janitor
track
staff.
record, they might. So yeah, I'm just more amused. Like, there's this amused frustration at that. So where you can find me next will be next week for the finale of Tickfaw Files. You can find my stuff at ronorthillustrations.org. I am working on my shop still, where I'm going to be releasing paints and things like that, as well as like new content. So yeah. Next is, let's go opposite order. So Jonas, Riley.
My favorite part was like the moment when Jonas takes the duck thinking he did something right, and then all of a sudden everybody's mad at him.
Naomi was mad at him.
Naomi was.
But he's like, I thought I did it right. You can find me next on Saturday for Animus Absentis. I'll put all my links out in the chat. And yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. Next, Yaz.
My favorite part is Mira literally throwing Zahil off of the hill. That's the highlight.
That's pretty funny.
It's great. You can find me next week for Tickfaw Files, and I will post my graphic art illustration website on the chat. That's it for me.
All right, fabulous. Thank you very much. Vanessa.
Yes, ma'am. I have to agree with Yaz. My favorite part was Mira just throwing Zahil. She was pissed, but also didn't want to kill them. So down the hill you go. And then just like swapping Jonas and then being like, but I forgive you. As for me, you can find me on Saturday as well for more Animus Absentis, where I play Annie, who is a, I guess, crime-fighting, space, Rudy-tooty, point-and-shooty, fearing, space anonymous. So that's fun. If that sounds like something you'd enjoy, come check that out. And I will pop my art Twitter and my coffee page into the chat. If you'd like to take a look at my work and maybe get some characters drawn, I would absolutely love to draw your characters. So yeah, that's it for me.
Thank you so much. Last but not least, just you, Raven. Take us away.
Yeah, Annie is pretty awesome. The Saturday game was a ton of fun. I GM'd that one. And you should definitely check out Vanessa's art commissions because she does really cool stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah. So for me, my favorite part, I really enjoyed the like epic battle of, well, I'm gonna roll this. Well, I'm gonna roll this. Well, screw you. I'm gonna use a luck point. That exchange was really, really fun. I really enjoyed Naomi's reactions to everything. Like, wait, shallow? What? The whispering back and forth.
Excuse me? Yeah.
But yeah, it was great. I'm looking forward to the finale next week. Yeah, it's gonna be great. Where you can find me next, I will be over on Encounter Roleplay at 4 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. So that's twitch.tv/Encounter Roleplay, where I'll be GMing Sword of Kalos, which is a Star Trek Adventures game, using MotW's new, brand new, was just released in late July, Klingon book. So it's going to be a Klingon-focused campaign. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it. And then after that, I'll be producing the penultimate of Where Things Go South, right back here on Friday at 1 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. And then we'll have Sci-Fi Saturday, which is Void Cavalcade at 1 p.m. Mountain Time, and Animus Absentis at 7 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. So that's me for the rest of the week. We're going to go on a raid. We've got our fantastic raid cry, which is not that. Though that is a really cool link of Scientist Gathering Lava, if you want to check that out. That I copied earlier.
I love that.
There's the raid cry. Completely unrelated, but it's cool. There's the raid cry, which is, oh yes, the titties of friendship. And so we're gonna go raid Milady Saito, who's a fantastic tabletop streamer, and just all around really nice person. Definitely give her a follow if you're not doing so already. And let's go flood her chat with amazing titties of friendship. Yeah, we will see you all, or I will see you all tomorrow. Have a great night. Bye, everybody. Oh, and thank you also to Horrible Gamer J for the $10 donation. Very much appreciated. Bye, everybody.
Yeehaw!